this. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Let's go now.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Tackle made by the third-round pick out of Louisiana, Tracy Walker.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun, buying time to his left. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. Kelce, the intended receiver there. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Focus, defense, focus.
Hey, wahoo!
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, come
General West. Hey, go.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Hey, shoot.
Slam.
Now.
Here we go on 4th down. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Leo. Go.
Operating from the gun, Eason. Flushed out right, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
To throw again, Eason. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. On first down, Hubbard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Looking to throw. Eason escaping the pressure right. Underneath for Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. We're scoreless after 1.
On the ready.
Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
X3, 218, chopper.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
This time Jackson will throw it. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Not today.
Keystone travel. Get it.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Got his man. It's Williams. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Check safety.
Hard. Bravo. Hey.
Banjo.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Safety's creeping. Watch out. Check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay. A sack on the corner blitz. Well, there was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Blue draw Corker.
Running from the gun, Johnson. Big hold to the 30, and all the way up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Eason. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards.
Hey, Irvin.
Here we go.
Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Eason. Got a man. It's Brown. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. 2nd down and inches. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action.
Set. 60 or.
Watch the flat. Watch the flat.
Pilot, 64. Weak. Hey. High 7. Go. Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Eason. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
General West.
Shift. Back.
Hey, Echo.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Yeah. You don't want none. Check.
Yep. Ready.
Off play action. Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
Defense wins championship.
Hey, Delta, look at me. Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A.J. Brown in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Lions have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
60 outlaw.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
70, Indy. You're out. Now go. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Let's go now.
On 3rd and 2, Eason. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Eason. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. It's Williams on the catch. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Eason. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 23-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. My 28. Here we go, here we go. Whip. Watch the whip.
Jackson, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it at the 15. They'll get 34 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Eason. He's got a first down and more past the 30, and all the way up to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Off the play fake. Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Looking to throw. Eason. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Mike, 53.
Hey!
Mike. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
On third down, Eason. This is Johnson. He's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Stay with your man.
Go. Now.
To throw on second down, Eason. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off near his own 48. Johnson, the intended target. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them.
And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's Jackson on third and long. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 90. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Go.
Johnson. Finding some room at midfield. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Lions on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Let's go. Check.
Hey, seam 6.
From the gun, Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Rock it. Hey, orbit. Switch.
On fourth down, Eason. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Jackson on first down, flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jayon Brown in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check. Watch the motion. Let's go. Get set. 40's the mic. 40's the mic.
On second and a long way to go. Jackson, he's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Check three, check three.
49, check 49, check 49. Ready?
On the ground, this is Johnson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
General West. Hit it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
There.
Check 25. SOS.
Get it.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. Watch the run.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. I'm coming.
They go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now he'll let it go deep left, and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Detroit. 58 yards. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Detroit, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. They will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.